Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of The Canadian Traveler. So in our last episode, we were out walking on a frozen lake and discussing the advantages of the cold weather and the effects and the neat things we can do that we can't do in the summer, like walking on water. Today we're going to go looking for something. I've heard that there are some areas of the city that have ice sculptures. So what this is big blocks of ice have been dropped off, and sculptors, artists chisel and chop and cut and do whatever they can to form these blocks of ice into works of art. So we're on our way to a park right now. Borden Park is where I'm headed, in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I'm hoping that this is here. If not, we're going to go for a nice walk in a park. Now, another Canadian tradition is if you're going for a road trip, it's nice to have something to drink. And we have Tim Hortons here in Canada. That's a non-promoted plug to Tim Hortons, but it's just what Canadians do. We go to. It's well known. So I'm sitting in the drive-thru right now. Other people in front of me, I've got to wait my turn. And of course, I'm too lazy to go inside, so I'll sit in the car. But so we're going to get our drinks, and then we're going to go for a drive to Borden Park. I've never been there before, so it's our first time. And if we have an opportunity, we'll see if we can send the drone up in the air. It depends if there's a lot of people or not, and trees and things like that. So we'll see. But yeah, that's where we're off to. Hi, can I please have an extra large steep tea with 3 sugar, 2 milk, and a large double-double?
Okay, any side dish for you today?
No, thank you.
Okay. 432, please, thank you.
Thank you. Credit, please. Oh, there we go. Oh. Thank you. Have a good day. Right. Let's go looking for Borden Park.
Continue on the current route. In about 400 meters, keep to the right onto 112th Avenue Northwest. Then, in 200 meters, keep to the right.
We're close. It's a beautiful day for driving around the city today. It's, wow, 1 degree Celsius.
Keep to the right.
This is kind of summertime weather for February.
Northwest. Then, in 200 meters.
I'm kind of excited to see these snow sculptures or these ice sculptures. I'm hoping they're around.
Keep to the right. Onto
be exciting to see them, to see somebody's hard work and, you know, an artist's hard work. Some people want to go to a museum to see Van Gogh. I want to go to a park to see somebody's ice sculpture. Oh, you're showing your cheat.
100 meters from your destination.
It's on the right.
You have arrived at your destination. Ending
The
your
question
route
is, how do we get in
guidance.
here? So I've arrived at Borden Park. It took me a little bit to find a parking area. I'm hoping the parking lot I'm in, I hope it's the correct one. Looking at the map in the car, it doesn't look like there is anywhere else to go. So we'll see what we can find. You're coming along for the trip. So I managed to get out of the car. It's a nice looking park here. It's a very bright day. Sun's almost blinding, but I didn't need my toque today. That's awesome. Plus one has its advantages. There's not a lot of people here, so with COVID, it's nice to be separated from everybody. And I'm gonna show you what this park looks like. So I'm walking around this park, and it's a pretty big park, trying to find where the sculptures might be, and well, I think I found one. Not quite the artistic abilities I'd been looking for, but let's get a selfie with this nice, beautiful ice sculpture. It's not quite what I was expecting. In my travels around, there's always art and always sculptures and always different things you see. Now, some I like and some I don't care for. This is a unique piece, and it's called the Vaulted Willow. The Vaulted Willow, and it was created in 2014. So I think it's supposed to be like the root system of a tree, and that's it right there. Kind of fun, you can walk right into this thing. See if I can do this without banging my head off something. Oh, or slipping on the ice. So here we are inside the Vaulted Willow. And that's what it looks like from the top. So unfortunately, I've been walking around this park, and other than that one snow sculpture that I took a selfie with, there's not a lot left over, because unfortunately some vandals have already been through and destroyed what there was to see. There's chunks of ice all around me that used to be ice sculptures, and somebody, I guess, took it upon themselves to wreck it so that other people can't enjoy it as well. It's too bad, but that's not the only ice sculptures in the city. I'm gonna go look around and see what we can find. I'm just right near downtown Edmonton right now, and I just saw this really nice looking bridge with the river right below it. A little bit of water over there, but for the most part it's frozen. The ice probably is not very thick, so you don't see anybody on the ice right now. But this is right near downtown. So here we are, downtown Edmonton. It's a little busier. I mean, it's not super busy, it's not rush hour, but a little more traffic than I'm used to driving in. There's supposed to be ice sculptures down here. It's a mission for today, and I'm almost starting to wonder if it's going to happen. But not too far from where we are, there is supposed to be an ice sculpture. Hopefully it's not like the last one. We'll see. But still a gorgeous day outside. It's warmed up to +3 now. I feel like this is a vlog on the weather. I'm your vlogging weatherman. But truthfully, that's all part of travel. You know, you travel, you want nice weather. Weather always plays a big part of travel. And since this is the Canadian Traveler vlog, weather's a part of it, whether you like it or not. Ha! So of course, as everybody knows, we have COVID-19, and since I am downtown and there's a lot more people around, it's time for the style. It's time for me to show off my, what's the word I'm looking for? My style. I guess the only word I can come up with. It's not a branded mask. It doesn't say anything fancy. But if anybody wants to sponsor me, I'll be certain to put their name on here. I'm just kidding. So we're downtown. We're still looking for this one of supposedly many ice sculptures. And if we see one, we'll be right back to show you. So at long last, we did find an ice sculpture. I'm sorry for the noise. It's a little noisy out here. It's behind some glass. Still pretty nice looking. So I'm gonna lift this up and give you an opportunity to see it. So far, our ice sculpture hunting has finally proven successful. Well, other than the little one we had at the park there, my selfie sculpture. But this is another sculpture. It's a legitimate sculpture. I'm just going to pause for a second so I can flip the camera around and give you hopefully a better view. So someone's taken a bunch of chunks of ice, and you can see a chunk right there, and they've obviously stacked it on top, and they've carved it, chiseled it, ground it down, and turned it into what it is right now. Of course, the view is better in the front. It's a little tricky because of these glass windows, but it's still kind of cool to see all the same. Even if it is through a glass window, it's still nice to see. So we're walking all over trying to find these sculptures, and we've only found one. We came close though. This one has a sign, but there doesn't seem to be a sculpture that goes with it. So we're still looking, not having a whole lot of luck. We did find the one though. The good thing about this though, I mean, we're not having a lot of success finding sculptures, but we are having success looking around our city. You know, this is an area that I normally drive through. I don't usually walk it, so I'm kind of seeing it for the first time, and that's something that's always fun to do when you're a traveler, is to get your feet out on the sidewalk and actually see where it is you are and what's happening in the neighborhood. So even during the COVID pandemic, it's not ideal for travel, but there's still ways that you can travel around, maybe be a tourist in your own hometown. There's always something new to see when you're out and about and you're willing to travel around. And in this case, it's downtown. So don't be afraid to check out your own downtown, wherever that may be. Wherever in the world, there's always something new to see. You know, if you get out, walk around, you don't have to walk far, even just a couple of blocks. You'd be surprised what you might see. You know, you find a hidden treasure that's been there all along and you just didn't know it.
That's the river.
That's the river. It's the North Saskatchewan River. It's a really nice park. There's different events that happen here in the summertime. And I think even in the winter, it's a pretty popular spot. There's a lot of things to do. There's hiking. There's an ice castle.
About 400 meters
Let
from
me stop
your
her from talking
destination.
so much. She's interrupting me, who's trying to talk too much. I believe there's a skating rink here for people to go skating. In the spring, it's fun to come here because a lot of the geese that migrate south for the winter, they come back and have their babies here, and so you can see all the Canada geese in the spring, and we'll come back here sometime in the spring to see that. Oh, and there's people skating today. It's a beautiful day for people to be out. A lot of families will come, just spend some quality time together, spend time on the ice. That is a pond, so in the summertime you'll see ducks and geese swimming along here, and in the wintertime you see humans skating on it. It's a great spot in the summer to come for a picnic. Just an all-round very nice place to come. So in Canada, a lot of people enjoy the outdoors. As you can see behind me, somebody's out enjoying some skis. Just in general, there's no reason in the cold weather to let that stop you from enjoying the weather. And as you'll see in a moment, there's a lot of people out ice skating and enjoying the ice, enjoying the mild weather, enjoying the sunshine, and enjoying family time. This is an icy pond. Nothing like waving to yourself in a shadow. And in the summer, this is a nice pond. Like I said earlier, the ducks and the geese, they all swim by here. And now, it's quite safe to walk on. So for those that don't know what skating is, or specifically what ice skates are basically a pair of boots with a metal blade that goes up and down. And so what you're skating on is two little blades of steel, one on each foot. And the sharper the blade is, actually the faster you'll go and the better traction on the ice you'll have. And you know, you glide along. It's very good exercise. If you're noticing, I'm not wearing skates. I don't think I need that exercise. If I put on a pair of skates right now, I would have very aching muscles in the morning. But this is, this is how they're getting around. They're just enjoying the weather and getting exercise and doing something that's a lot of fun. So this is what a skate looks like up close and personal. This is the metal blade I was talking about, just on a pair of boots. Well, we didn't have the most success finding ice sculptures. We went to a few different locations. They were gone. I'm thinking they were destroyed. I'm not sure. But we looked. We found, well, one, plus the little selfie, the selfie snowman that we found. But at the same time, we got to go out. We got to have a look around, see the city, walk downtown, walk somewhere we don't normally walk. We didn't so much find a hidden treasure, but there were some beautiful buildings to see. The weather was nice. We got some exercise. But yeah, so it wasn't a success, but it wasn't a failure either. So I hope you enjoyed this little view around the city of Edmonton, and we look forward to having another video come up in the near future.